to vote for somebody else, that's your choice. It's a pity you don't vote with me. But you have a choice. You can vote where you want to vote. But if your education ideas will help my children, I should work with you. So, I decided that if your education ideas will save my children from starvation, I'm going to piggyback on them. I am with the BDP. You may have other political your sympathies may lie somewhere. I'm going to ignore that. And right now, the BNF are saying to me, we told you a long time ago. No, they never told me. Patrick van Rensburg spoke about it, and I like the idea, and I'm going to work with it, because it's a good idea. That's where it sits. It's not their idea, it's your idea, Patrick, and it's a fantastic idea, you are a Motswana. That's where it sits. So saith this one. Now, as we do this, so as we do this, let us also not shy away. Let me not be like Tlomela and Kitwala Mutsera Road here. As we do this, let us also not shy away from paying special tribute to other individuals who also played an important role in the building of this school. These are the other people, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency, our first president, Cesar Zakam, he had a hand in the building of Swaneng. Sadly, both of them departed. Who continued to give the school his proactiveness after taking over as tribal authority from Khosira Sebolai, KK Baruti, whose daughter eventually became the headmistress of the school, Mahwe Oti, Bora Matabuche, who were also right next door to the school, apart from accommodating Pet and Liz, as I said. Special tribute must also go to Khosi Mukhuchwane Sekhoma, Monamogolo, Isenyo Hanu, Wana wa Gagwe, ke ra 4P. Ne re mmitsa rragwe Tasi. Solomon Matabane and Todd Kuhlman, whose physical participation and commitment ensured the construction of what were to become some of the first buildings. Among others, a special tribute goes to the first 10-year generation group. 1963 to 1972 of this grade school, their members scooped a first-class pass in the 1967 Cambridge School certificate results and the first in the school. They are not only special in that they were the first at the school, but what really makes them to be outstanding is that in as much as they were students, they were also builders of the school. Building here, ladies and gentlemen, I mean going into rough clothes after formal classes and physically getting involved in all the dirty work associated with construction. Nane ke kiranka machine wa concrete. Nakwan. Ba ne ba itse. As part of the principles which the founder of the school so instilled into his students, there was no division of roles defined just on the basis of gender. Whenever there was work to be done, both male and female students would be up on their toes to undertake the assignment. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, may I request members of this generational group, together with their teachers, to rise and receive a special, warm, and special tribute from all of us. Lord, Halika uka wa emeka dinao lo teleta khona go emeka dinao. Thank you. But in that group, a very special tribute goes to Cuthbert Moshele Kauka, who will always be remembered by the Swaneng community me ha ke sena go Moshane le ene ngwana wa ntha wa Swaneng go tsa first class re sa me go tswa ho ke batla go bitsa ntsetse kana ntsetsa ba setsana ne ba tshaba maths le science ntshetsa ona tsa bo 1 ko Cambridge bo 1 apasa bo 1 o ga ntshetsa nna re ha khamaditse le French ntshetsa tswako tswela. For a girl it was amazing. Double stars. Kana mo wane rra bo A star ba le 9 yo re sa itse gore o dirile jang nako ele ne re tsa gore go na le bolonyana mo teng a ke ne re sa itse gore batho ba ithuta ha o pasa thata ne go toko ga eno ba lo ya no ne go na le o mongwe a bidiwa Matloud Fountain o ga Matloud Matlauna monna yona kwala metsa robetsi ang khaisa ntina. Those were the days. Going back to the principle upon which the school was built, the founder also believed in what he termed combining education with production. Jano, konte ga gore ne re itirela ba gaetso. In another principle that so defined the founder's vision was that of ensuring life survival skills. In his teachings, the founder believed in combining academic work with practical skills. He believed that we had a very strong principle of discipline. Re ne re na le bagolo mo sekweleng ba e leng gore ha o tswa mo tseleng o isiwa ko lekgotleng BG Masuga o ka le TK Rabo TK ne le lone le khotale ba ba tona le BG no bile tswa go go bone go te wa go khalemelwa ha moshimana go kwalela go phosha o bo hitha le kwala o bo hitha le kwalo wa go thalosa go gore TK le go BG go ra gore wa dumela kana go lona ka gore nna ga ke itse gore lona le rile nna ne ro mang ya le ga le ga tugompielo lona banyana ke lona le phoshang bashimana ke la ya ka ga tugelo le iranyana. The first generational group that I referred to earlier would tell you that when they completed their Form 5, they were all equipped with some practical skills of at least one subject area. This is where we were, Bagaeso. It was a very well-balanced group of people. We each knew something, Haritswaha. The second 10-year generational group has also benefited from the teachings of the founder of the school in that when they registered at the school, they found practical subjects as integral parts of school syllabus. This group, just like the first, would also remember the principles of combining education with production. self-reliance and volunteerism as having carried through the vision of the founder of the school. However, as we got to the next third generational group and beyond, schooling became more academic with less and less emphasis on practical skills. At that point in time, the school was run by the government, and unfortunately, the principles upon which it was founded became more and more eroded. One of the features of that era was the abolition of the school fees, which unfortunately was construed by many parents to relegate the entire responsibility of schooling to government. Parents became less involved in the education of their children, and as a result, lawlessness became an order of the day in most schools. In appreciation of what has been instilled to them, I'm reliably informed that former students of Swaneng are at an advanced stage towards forming an alumni association. Approach has been made to the Department of Civil Registration in an effort to register it under the Swaneng Hill School Alumni Association. I'm also informed that some thoughts are in progress to come up with a project memorandum for the construction of a resource center at the school. Word is currently doing the rounds that former students would like to engage the principles of volunteerism and self-reliance to finance the construction of the proposed project. Proposition for this resource center is the urge to do something in recognition of the founder of the school. I wish to challenge you colleagues and say the journey is not going to be an easy one. The hurdles are going to be many, but remember that where there's a will, there is always a way. Victory we shall achieve if we apply ourselves seriously, and with our own eyes, the proposed center shall see daylight. Let us live the Portuguese saying, "A luta continua, Vitória é certa." Let the struggle continue, victory is certain. Currently, the school runs, as the headmaster said, a total of over just 1,700 students. The arrangement of double shift was, however, discontinued because we had a problem with students getting home late and the fatigue that the teachers suffered as a result. Now, I would like to challenge the current students to say, "Lona kaku, you only have one life. And that life is in your own hands. You have only two choices. You either choose to live that life that would define a good living in the future, or you take a path of a false macho man and only live a future of regret and self-blame. Or you can listen and hear your teachers. Listen and hear your parents and guardians. Listen and hear all elderly people, and thou shalt not falter. Amen. If you choose go fela go dule mo fashioneng a kere go tshaba sekwele go dule mo fashioneng ga ke batle go le kgoba marapo le dikile le lekile la oketsa your headmaster says le gale ke ska ka le kgoba marapo me now I want more la nkutu agere and I'm not happy with 25%. More. Because if it's 25%, what happens to the other 75% of you? Hing, la honna botsetsi ba bangwe la kae? Ma ke emeng gone ho. Ha ke sena go rialo ke be ke le ba bo mma lona ka. Ha go pasa ba le 25 ba ba 75 la go irang ka bone la go ba matsetsi. Mme kana gore ba pase go ra gore le lona le eme ka dinao. Ya ha le sa batle go ba matsetsi emelang batho ba ka dinao ba. Jano ha ba lebella mevango maitsiboa ba lebella bo days of your life maitsiboa nna ke a bo ke seyo. Jano ha ba feila Mavensen batho ga ke atela tseo. Motsamaisa tiro Re van Rensburg tsatsi leno re tetsi di sele re tile go leboga. If it wasn't for you, Patrick, and your brilliant idea and the caring you have for the people of this part of this region and the compassion you have for other human beings, some of us would never have seen a way out of poverty. I thank you.
Thank you so much.
Directors of ceremony, the guest of today being the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Mitoi, the founder of this institution, PET, all distinguished guests here present today, let me say the vision lives on. The vision lives on. And I wonder how many visions have lived so many years. We are here today to appreciate that Swaneng vision has lived for 50 years. Let me hasten to say that I'm also an alumni of this school. I was one of the head girls in this school. 1974, I was a head girl here. I was also a netball player here, center for that matter. And I'm happy to have been again redeployed by Ministry of Education to Seruwe and reconnect my roots. Now I want to say that we are here today to appreciate, recognize the good deeds of one man who was sent. If we would go biblically, we would say this was the Messiah of that time. When we are saying a number of us were competing for very fewer spaces in our secondary schools at that time. And if we count, there were less than 10 secondary schools that had to cater for the population at that time. But here we are, the Messiah came in and we enjoy it. And the Messiah did not only say things, the Messiah demonstrated. He demonstrated the value. He had conviction. That's why we stand here today as both doctors and all sorts of whom we might not have had that opportunity. We are here because the values that the schools were built on, they still live on. We had two houses here being progress and unity. And for some of us who went here, we know that we were responsible for preparing our breakfast and our dinner. And these are some of the things that built us, made us to be complete. We came here not necessarily as students, we also learned a lot. The sharing that we enjoyed still lives on. It's unfortunate that when we say this part, we have sent away the students whom I thought they were going to get a leave out of this. I don't know why we decided so. We are here celebrating the Jubilee, and they need to know where we are coming from and where we should be going. We are here decrying declining performance in our schools. And they should be here seeing the people, their parents, who have walked, who have journeyed, and who have accomplished. And that you don't simply accomplish by sitting. There's an effort that needs to be put in. Perseverance, the same conviction that our founder had. This is what we need to emulate. And I want to say the vision is still vivid, very clear in most of us seated here. That's why we are saying, what is it that we are going to leave back? Because he has left a legacy. The footprint is very clear. And what is it that we are going to do as the alumni of this school? We are happy to hear that there is a project coming, and I believe let us stand firm and do it, and have a timeline that it should be complete, so that these young ones will also say, what is it that we'll do in 50 years' time for the same institution? I know this is a joyous moment, and I don't think I'm a speaker here. I'm here to appreciate, and I want to appreciate the presence of the guest speaker, who's also an alumni here. She has said a lot about herself. She has said a lot of what we in the ministry intend to do, because education with production is the way to go. Is the way to go. We are, some of us, very jealous when we see people from our neighboring countries come with the skills that some of us did get from Swaneng then. And we are saying this will be a welcome gesture for the Ministry of Education to bring back that kind of education. Some of us were only simple, I don't know, I was not a bricklayer. I think ours was just to take the wheelbarrows with mortar and give to our brothers and sisters who were bigger at that time. And it was joyous. We enjoyed it. I think somewhere here was the garden. And we need to say some of these things. Naughty as we are, would go to the garden and pull out those carrots, pull back the leaves, and when you go back to water, everything is dying. We did that. There was an orchard here between the girls' hostel